Hey, what's up, everyone? Good morning. We are live, another day ahead of us. Here we go. Buckle up, boys and girls. It's going down. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Bill. Hey, Roberta. Hey, Angie. Well, we got ourselves a range, ladies and gentlemen. Morning, Yas. Hey, Squid. Hey, Mike. All right, so looking at our levels here. We have this unbroken high above us. Actually, a little bit lower here. And then yesterday's high. We really have not done much overnight at all. Yet the ATR is still very high. That's kind of a crapshoot of a deal. Like, it's one thing if you have a high ATR that that has a lot of movement and setups and stuff, but we have a high TR, it's just stuck in a range. Oh joy, oh joy. Good morning, Jonathan. Here's to a good day of trading, though. Well, all cheers to that. Because we can't count on the conditions we want. You have to trade the conditions you get. So we will be looking for opportunities nonetheless. All right, so there's all of our levels on ES. Has the look like it's not going to go anywhere, though. And that may be the case until there's an update on tariffs. The market might just flatline for the next 90 days until tariffs are unpaused, or until actually probably FOMC might get the market moving again. And that's not too far away. I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3 weeks away. But we might have 3 weeks of dull action. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Good morning, Neil. But currently, little uptrend. Just now had a tiny break and a new high. So we may start to see a reversal there. Let's map out NQ. Same, stuck in a range. Nothing going here. We'll see what where our levels line up. Yesterday's high. We'll throw yesterday's low on there. Wow, so yesterday was an inside day, and today so far is inside that, so it is really not going much of anywhere. Okay, and then let's mark out this low from the previous session. We'll mark out the low below that just in case we get down there. All right, so there's our NQ levels up above. We marked this out yesterday. I don't think we have. Oh, okay. We got this high. We'll mark that one on there. And that should be it until the major gap fill. But there we go. Market's open. See if we can somehow get out of this area. Yes, having quite the strong push. Both indices may want to go to the top of the range here. Both uptrends are played out though, technically. So I would expect to push down here. As far as scheduled news, what do we got? What do we got? Nothing. Nothing that will really move the market today. Waiting for this bear hammer and then expecting to see the market try to push down. Again, it might need to go to the top of the range before it does that. Go test that overnight high. We might, you know, if it continues higher, we'll have to adjust our channel. Right now, I think this makes sense though. We could look for something like this. That seems to fit pretty decently if the market continues in that direction. Nasdaq made it to the top of the range, putting in a bear hammer. If you're more aggressive, you can take this short right here. Right on. Cool. Well, this is we're getting what we would expect via price actions, so that is great. But buyers stepping off that little push down. Hey, good morning, Tom. Good to see you. And guys, listen to Tom. Don't listen to me. All right. He's the one who says smash the like button. Okay. Don't take my word for it. Take his word for it. Yeah, buyers really stepped up on that candle. That's kind of surprising. I was expecting a little bit more movement towards the downside. EMA is holding right here. Right at this overnight congestion. Good morning, all those of you who are just popping in. Welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday. NQ and ES both look like they want to push up here. That'd be great if we could get a decent trend, if we can get out of this the overnight range here. Good morning, Fernando. Yep, just kind of chopping around. We're in a range, that's for sure. Getting that push. All right, so we are breaking the overnight high currently. Don't really have a larger trend to go off of, even if you have draw this as a spike in a secondary channel. It does look played out. Yeah, the only option for a wider channel, we don't want to do this one yet, because that's skipping all of this action here. So we can't draw this channel yet. If we continue higher, if the top of the range holds, we can look at that option. But right now, again, we're in a range. We need to act as if this uptrend is played out for the time being, and we'll go from there. But maybe we'll push to yesterday's high here. Just double checking my levels. Is that actually okay? So that's not actually yesterday's high. Wait, yeah, it is. Not quite. It's actually right here. Okay, so we're watching for a correction here to the downside. If it doesn't happen, we can widen our trend, but right now that's what we would be wise to wait for given the overall range structure. But of course, if the buyers are going to keep buying, we got to adjust. Just give it time, though. We don't want to jump to any conclusions yet and get stuck on the wrong side of the trade. We're getting a little bear bar. See if it has any follow through. And if we can start to get a push down, I'd be looking for a double lower high for a reversal setup back into the range. Getting a tiny little lower high here on ES. Kind of tempted to take it, to be honest, but it didn't finish great. If that would have finished on its low, I probably would have taken a risk on that one. Might work anyway, but yeah, ATR is pretty high for me to be risking something that doesn't look absolutely perfect. Buyers stepping up yet again. If we get a new high and keep going up here, that is when I will adjust this channel to make a bigger one. Because then at that point, it will be confirmed, right? Here's the channel I would be looking at on the Nasdaq if we continue higher. So far, it looks like every little selling attempt is getting bought up. All right, making a new high. I'm going to adjust this channel to encompass all this action. Something like this fits pretty good. All right, looks very likely at this point that we will test yesterday's high. Why doesn't it seem like Nasdaq is that close? I'm gonna inspect this here real quick. Yeah, okay, that's right. Nasdaq just has a little bit farther to go, but still, that would be the next target there, is yesterday's high. Hopefully we can get a nice setup to get there. Just be looking for 2 legs back, EMA holding, the usual. The Russell 2000 is also having a beautiful uptrend. It looks better than both of them. So I'd also be looking for a long there. So now we're just waiting on the pullback. Kingston, thank you. Thank you. Gotta keep it chill. Trading is stressful enough as it is. You don't need stressful music. Still waiting on that pullback. Have not got it here. Have not got it on NQ. And again, I'm also watching the Russell 2000. Have not pulled back there yet. And of course, we just need to monitor the pullback itself. You don't want a couple stacked bearish bars going through the EMA. You want it to be very gradual. A pullback, not a reversal, right? That's what we're looking for. Looks like it wants to pull back. Come on now, market. None of the big names either are doing much. Google, Tesla, Apple, not really moving a whole lot. So this current uptrend, I don't think has a ton of weight behind it. So it should be interesting on this pullback if it's a little bit stronger than a pullback. Yes, Mike, that would be helpful if you want to just hit that buy button so we can move the market down a little bit. That would be wonderful. We would appreciate your service. Still have not got back to the EMA yet. Not gonna do anything at least until we get there. Here we go. First touch of the EMA. Let's see what's up here. For a long, we want to see this hold as support. Mo, sorry I didn't see your message. No, sir. No, I am not inputs. I have stated exactly what I want to see, and we're trading futures here, not options. Looking for a long, looking for the possibility of a long, but we need to see this EMA hold. So we've pulled back. We need to see one push above, and then we get that second test with a bullish bar, and then we will go long. That is the only thing I'm looking for and the only thing I will trade. Nice. This bar looks good. EMA not holding. NQ as well. We had a good looking first bar. We're still above the EMA. Doesn't look like it's going to hold, unfortunately. Decent bar here on NQ. Still have that trend line, unfortunately. I'm not going to take that bar, but would like to see a higher low now. S&P as well, pushing above the EMA. This is the first time, so we will need to see it close here and then get a higher low in order to take it. Buyers stepping up a lot more here than I thought they would, to be honest. Come on, baby. Let's see that higher low. All right, possibility for a higher low on NQ. I will take it if it looks nice. Need a nice green finish here. Bar closing near its high. And I'm ready. Okay, a decent bar. Right on. There we go. Looking to see if we can get to that high. And once we do, we'll trail the stop. RTY strong. S&P is strong. Of course, the concern with the Nasdaq is that a lot of the top stocks are not really taking off today. But we had a nice pattern here. Got to take it. Need another higher low here to stay in this thing. Not looking great. Each time the market moves down, it does so pretty quickly here. S&P has a chance for a higher low. I'll take this if this bar turns green. Try to manage both trades at the same time. Ooh, that bar looks pretty good. So I'm ready to buy on the S&P too. See how it finishes. No, I don't like that S&P finish. And I'm going to get out of NAS too, or it drops on me. Don't really like this price action. Oh, here's another higher low. Maybe that'll be it. This is looking kind of like news, guys. This is a pretty big bar. Yeah, I think I'll hold off on this. Even if this bar was to close on its high. We got only 5 points to the high, 8 points of risk. Not great. Let's see if we can get another possible bar here on NQ. Would need a higher low. No higher low on Nasdaq. No higher low on ES. And yes, Javi, we did turn down at this area late in the day yesterday. We're at that same level, so contending with that for sure. Looks like NQ is going to be making that high. ES still hasn't really followed along. Not very fluid movement up here. Market's struggling. Another turn down. Not really interested in the long anymore. I think I'm going to sit tight here and see what happens with the market. Definitely some selling going on here. Battleground here between buyers and sellers. Buyers have not really taken full control yet. Higher low on NQ, but it's right at the high. S&P pretty dang close to that new high. All right, ES new high, NQ new high. We have that key level right above us on the S&P. Pretty likely that we'll go test it. NQ, I don't think you can really count on it getting all the way up to that key level. We still have quite a ways to go. If the market continues higher, that would be the next place we'd look. But for right now, these uptrends have played out. Move up, break, new high. On ES, move up, break, new high. Gotta pause looking for longs for the time being. So again, pausing longs here. Let's see what the market does. For continued longs, we want to see the market come down and really not be able to go anywhere. Like have two legs of a bearish correction and then move up yet again. If we get something like this, we could start looking for longs in here. But yeah, we're waiting because this could be the time where all of a sudden we get that move back down into the range. Keeping track of trends, guys, is, I can't stress how important it is. Like, there would be a lot of folks right here that are surprised at these two bearish candles. Like, oh my gosh, everything was looking so good. We got to a new high. What the heck is this all about? But if you keep track of your trends, you're drawing your channels, keeping track of price action, this is what you would expect. We were expecting this right here. So always make sure you know what trend is in play and when it is no longer in play. We had an uptrend in play this whole time, had a break. We expected one more push up. We got it. This is where we're pausing longs. We're expecting a correction and it happens right away. That is the power of price action. It will keep you on the right side of the market. All right, this bearish move has not really got any legs on it. This is what I was stating earlier. We expect the correction. If it doesn't really go anywhere and we start to push higher, that's when we can confidently look for longs again. And we'll find some sort of secondary channel. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what fits when that time comes, if and when that time comes. Nope. Nope. Not seeing any major news fueling this. We had some, oh, here we go. The European Union expects tariffs to remain as talks make little progress. So they are expecting tariffs to remain. That's the news the market's reacting on. And yeah, that's what I've been saying, guys. This market is waiting on any sort of glimmer of tariff news. I mean, you saw we had the largest intraday move in history last week off of a rumor, a tariff rumor. So that's the kind of environment we're in. You got to know it. Got to be aware of it. Size accordingly, trade accordingly. This downtrend's looking pretty decent. We'll consider a short if we get the setup. Waiting on that pullback here. Woo, this thing just going straight down here. Fun times for traders, guys. Fun times. Slow crawling action, steadily up all morning. One little headline and bam. Now watch, the headline's going to be, oh, that's actually a rumor, and then the market's going to skyrocket up. Getting a pretty strong pullback here. We'll see if the moving average offers any resistance. There's the EMA right here. So far, nothing. So far, we're slicing through. All right, there's one bearish bar. We'll need to see a push below and then basically a retest of that EMA in order to go short. Below the EMA now. Just need to see that second test here, that break and retest of the EMA, and we can go short. Same on NQ. We had our pullback. We had one rejection. We need to see one more attempt higher that ends in a nice bearish bar. That's what we're looking for. Here's that second push up on ES. Come on, baby. All right, well, did not happen there. NQ either. Still not too late on the S&P. We're still kind of hugging the moving average, so still could get it. Just got to be patient, though. These kind of moves can be easy to lose your mind on. Just jump in like, oh, it's going down. I'm going to miss it. It's going down. And then all of a sudden you get that second push up and you're screwed. But I don't think we're going to be getting that here. Still not technically too late on the S&P. This downtrend has had a break. It has not made a new low yet. So if we don't break that new low, we still can look for a short. Still can look for that second pullback to the moving average, bearish bar to get that short. So there is still hope. It is still alive. Doesn't appear that we're going to get it. Looks like it might just drop straight down, but you never know. Okay, here's a little movement upward. Let's see if this turns into our second test. We'd be looking for rejection at the 21. All right, we're back on the 21. Let's see some rejection here. Need this bar to tick higher than the previous one and then turn down. The bar did not make a higher low or a lower high, unfortunately. Still have another chance here. Need to see some rejection though. Need to see this bar tick higher and then turn down. Not turning down here. Also another chance on NQ for that to happen. Waiting for that setup on both indices. Looks like this, yeah, that bar ended green. Can't take that one. All right, that's a pretty decent bar if this can end bearish. Yeah, green body yet again. Can't take it. Man, oh man, oh man. It's not going to give it to us, is it? Hey, BJ, good morning. Still not entirely giving up on the short. Downtrend still in play. We've had 2 real big visual legs of pullback. We need to push below the EMA and a lower high. So still could happen. We're not hasn't completely reversed. We haven't completely given up hope on that setup. But certainly not going to short just yet. And BJ saying, "Are we going up? I need it to go up." All right, avoiding a big cut. Yeah, don't put yourself in that situation. Always, anytime you enter a trade, you should be fully willing. You know exactly where you're going to take the loss and be fully willing to take that loss with it not hurting your account. So you shouldn't ever have a big cut like that. But no, I would say I think we have a little bit more downside. We'll see. I mean, it does happen sometimes where trends are not played out. But right now we do have an active downtrend, 2 legs back of correction. It would make sense from a price action perspective that we attempt to make a new low. The ATR has been killing you, Mike. Yeah, for sure. Got to size down. We're in a high ATR environment, and yeah, the same rule applies. You have to be okay with any of the losses. So size down if you need to. if one loss is going to be too high of a dollar amount for your account. All right, starting to get that push down below the EMA. We'll be looking for a lower high. Basically like a little break and retest of the moving average. The EMA is holding right there. Good question, Javi. When do I look for a single lower high and a double lower high? That all depends on the situation, of course. In this case, we have an active trend, so we're just needing confirmation of it. We have an active trend. We have 2 legs back. We just need one additional confirmation because we're above the EMA. A double lower high is like a trend reversal setup. You're waiting for a trend to play out, and then you're taking the move in the other direction. So this is trend continuation, so one lower high is just fine. If we were looking for a reversal, we'd be looking for the double lower high. That previous bar did not make a high, otherwise that would have been perfect if this bar right here had actually been a lower high, but it was just equal tops there. Okay, here we go. Watch for it. Okay, this is starting to look pretty good. Let's see how this bar ends. Bullish body. NQ, same deal. We'll need to see a tick above and then a close, something like this, and we'll take it. That'd be a nice lower high. Okay, there's the tick above on NQ. Let's see it turn down. Yeah, looks like buyers are stepping up. So, yeah, I think we'll have to abandon that idea for the time being. This especially if this goes and makes another high here. Then we're going to be dealing with higher highs and higher lows. This is the last chance really for it to break that structure, but here we go. New high, we'll have to abandon that. So that's why you wait for confirmation, guys, and don't just jump into it. It didn't give us the confirmation we need, so we avoided the trade. And that's how it goes. But yeah, some pretty decent movement today. Although it is overall a range, and we should trade accordingly. Like do not have a trend day. It is an overall range. However, there should be opportunities on both sides. As you get a little uptrend, look for a continuation, and then expect it to go down. So look for those reversals. That's very likely to happen today. Lots of different reversals, and should have a couple good setups. So that's going to be it for YouTube. I'm going to switch over to Discord. Appreciate y'all. Hope you have a wonderful trading day. Stay safe out there. Lower your position size with this high ATR. Don't risk your account on a trade. And yeah, just base hits win ball games, guys. Control your risk. That's really the only thing you can control. So thank you so much. I will catch you next time. Have a great day, everybody.